Welcome to Student Technology Tools. I have researched these tools from across the internet and curated them here for you to take a look at. I hope that you will find something of interest to you that you can use in your classroom. I know that I certainly did find some resources that I'll be trying to put into use as the new school year comes around. The first tool I want to talk about is Google Cardboard. I have not personally used these before, but I think that the first chance that I get my hands on this technology, I plan to do so. Google Cardboard is a virtual reality headset that attaches to your phone and allows for students to experience things that they wouldn't otherwise get to experience because who has the money to go on overseas trips every semester even. So in my classroom, it could help teach my kids about engineering and design by maybe allowing us to take a field trip virtually to the pyramids and see the engineering marvel that they are, or to see design features, or to visit a factory. There's so many different things that you can do with this technology. If you want more information, feel free to check out the URL down at the bottom to kind of research Google Cardboard some more on your own. This tool is called Canva. If you will remember, if you happen to watch my video about teacher tools, I included Canva in one of those videos, and it's a student tool as well. It's a dynamic graphic design program that allows students to create just really attractive things, but in a simple and easy to use format, and it's free. So students can create posters, social media posts. They can do trifold brochures. I've had kids even in 5th grade using this program, and I feel as if it could be used for kids even younger. So I would definitely recommend Canva. That's a wonderful tool. eMaze. I was amazed by eMaze when I was looking this up. eMaze is a website that allows students to collaborate on presentations, kind of like on Google Slides, and they can integrate music and GIFs and videos and text and all these things into these really beautiful presentations. So it's just a really amped up presentation site that I think personally my kids could use it to create, real interactive presentations that bring the subject matter alive. And they can also practice their collaboration skills if they choose to make a presentation with their classmates. Instagrok. I had never heard of this one. I've not used it before, but it is a search engine that when you type a word into it, it displays its results in a concept map. You can see the picture here. So I typed in the word gears. I know that's kind of small, but from there it came out with all these results like axle or axis and lever and things like that. But from that concept map, it allows students to take notes, quiz themselves. They can collaborate with their friends in class, and I can see how my students could use this to draw connections from the term that they searched for out to all the other things that we had studied about it. So if they were searching for that term gears, they might connect gears to gear ratio and torque and force and speed, and use that concept map to bring it all together. Then they can take notes and they can create a quiz for themselves. I'd love to see those quizzes so that I can know what my students think is the most important information, and see if it lines up with what I'm trying to portray as the most important information. So I think this would be a great tool. Of course, Padlet has been around for a while, but I wanted to include that. Padlet is basically, in my opinion, an interactive board. Students can post questions, teachers can post questions. I like the idea of students using this to work together to research on a topic. And also, I think it gives kids who don't talk a lot an opportunity to give their opinion. It's a good tool for collective knowledge building. So check out Padlet if you have a minute. I think that's a great one as well. This tool is called Today's Meet. Today's Meet basically is like a chat room, but it's safe because it's password protected, and you create this so that while you are lecturing or whatever you're doing at the front of the classroom, students can ask questions and they can answer each other's questions, and you can moderate that discussion. I can definitely see it as a way for my more shy people to get involved in my classes, and facilitate collaboration in my classroom. And I just think that this would be a wonderful way for everyone to make sure that they have their voice heard. Powtoon! Powtoon is pretty cool. Kids can create animated videos. They love animated videos, so it's going to make it fun for them to participate in whatever they're doing in class. It's very, again, user-friendly and simple, made so that kids can use it as well as adults. I can see my kids creating a review video for themselves. I can see them just being engaged in this because it's something new and different that they haven't done a lot before. Code.org is a website that, as the name suggests, shows kids how to code, but it's in a very simple way. And students can either take courses, or teachers can create classes and assign courses and track their student progress. Code.org in my class can be used to reinforce the critical thinking and problem solving skills that we're covering, plus it can reinforce the coding skills that we're learning in actual programming language. But the code.org portion would break it down a little more simpler format before we get to the actual programming. So this is a great tool if you're a technology teacher. Tell a Story. I've never used this one before, but it's a digital storytelling app. It has backgrounds and all sorts of effects and things like that. And I was just thinking that this particular tool would be excellent for kids to maybe create like a digital portfolio of work from a class, or maybe a digital reflection. They could create an infomercial on a topic, or maybe they could create a newscast about recapping what they did that week. So this is an app. It can go on an iPhone or an iPad or an iPod. So this is a great one as well. My last one is called PicCollage. PicCollage is pretty cool. It's a way for kids to create and annotate images. Not only can they put images together in a frame, but they can like cut out. So like, say if their best friend and them had a tiff, they could cut their best friend out of the image if they were going to do that. But they can piece different images together and put like little stickers on, or digital stickers on there and things like that. And in my mind, kids could use this in my class to create a poster or an image collection on a topic, and then they could even take it one step further and maybe upload that PicCollage to like ThingLink, which allows you to link in information onto an image to make it interactive, or they could narrate it with a voiceover or screencast technology, kind of like what I'm using right now, Screencast-O-Matic. So basically, through all this research, a couple things I learned. Tech tools, they're everywhere. You do have to invest the time to find them, but I think it's worth the time because our kids are just so technologically inclined, and it's what they love to do these days. I found that a lot of these tools, what they're trying to do is put the responsibility for learning in the kids' hands and give them a fun and engaging way to do that. And I think that if I employ any of these techniques, my kids are going to get more out of my classes. So these are my references, and I will leave it here for the video. I hope you enjoyed these tools, and I hope that you can use some of them in your classroom. Thank you.